Okay, so how do you know if a knife is too expensive and you're just paying for the hype over actual functionality? That's not exactly how the question was asked, but that's kind of getting like pushed to the extreme levels. Is are people just overcharging for certain pocket knives just because they can and they know people will eventually buy it? There is a level, but it kind of really depends because you're getting multiple benefits out of certain knives. Now, if there's a knife that's going to be like $400, and we all know which company can charge that much easily, but there's going to be multiple knives, $300-400. Now, they do have good material, but there's some better knives, in my opinion, that are going to be a lot cheaper. Typically, whenever I'm getting a good high-end knife, you can find a lot of them within the $100-200 range. They're going to have a lot of cool features. Now, once you start getting over that, you're buying more of like your, I guess you'd call it the Rolex style of knives, because you're just kind of going after the name brand. Now, there are special occasions if they're handmade knives. That's going to be something different because handmade knives are going to be a lot more into them. There's going to be like types of materials, how long it took them to make it, special designs, things like that. There's a lot more that goes into handmade. So handmade, I could see that range being a lot bigger. We're just talking about mass produced, kind of like let's say Kershaw Benchmade, things like that, pocket kind of knives. But anyways, there is a certain level. My guess would be reasonable under $250, and then after $250, you're probably paying more for just because that name brand, unless they have special features. OTF knives, there is a lot that goes into that. Styles of knives like that, they're going to be a little bit more expensive because there's a lot more hardware and stuff inside of there. But if you're going for just a normal fold knife, anything under $250 for a good name brand or a good knife is probably going to be pretty good. Now, when you get into luxury kind of things, that's probably when you're going to be pushing above that. But anyways, that hopefully that helps. Is under 250, you're probably going to be finding some pretty good stuff for the type of quality if it's a pretty normal standard type of pocket knife. And once you start getting fancier, things are going to be going up. But other than that, that would be kind of like the highest I'd go for a regular knife, unless I'm just collecting it just because. There's always the just because reason, and no harm done there. So just because, if you want to, go for it. My thoughts are just, whatever. If it looks cool and you like it, buy it. Even if it's, actually I wouldn't say even if it's from a gas station. There are some terrible knives. So don't do that. As long as it's nice, it's a good quality, and the knife still is good, it should be reasonable, and you should be okay. And as long as you like it. Anyways, thanks for watching.